So today, again, I open a book, and the message is about meditation. I like to talk about meditation and why we meditate. Okay? So, you need to understand why we meditate. Then you can practice meditation for a long time and more seriously. The reason why we meditate or we do yoga is because in classical yoga, then yoga means meditation, meditation means yoga. There's no separate thing. People think yoga means doing some exercise and go to meditation, some Zen meditation, something. It's not like that. Here, everything is included in the word meditation, and everything is preparation for meditation. Swami Vairagyananda, Om Namah Shivaya. You want to come closer? Are you okay there? Okay. So everything is meditation. Everything is preparing you for meditation. And why you meditate, why you are more serious to follow the discipline, because the discipline of yoga and meditation. Can you give me some answer? Anybody? To seek enlightenment? It's just a word, enlightenment. So I want something more real. Your answer that is more real. What's the real reason? What? I can hear. To calm the mind, thank you. Something else, please? Calm the mind because why? Mind is not calm? Because too many thoughts? Past, future, so much restlessness in the mind. Okay, somebody else? To become conscious. You have taken the workshop this afternoon. Yeah. You become more aware, more conscious. Why? Why you want to become more aware, more conscious?
Because I want to get closer to my real self.
Okay. What that means?
Well, there is the mind, there is the subconscious, there is the ego, and there is the real self. And I want to become me because it will create happiness in my life.
It will create what?
Happiness.
Happiness. Okay, more correctly, you want to be happy in a stable manner. So that because everyone is seeking for happiness, and happiness is our true nature. So we seek for our true nature, and the mind is always projecting different things. So that's why we run after that, so we waste a lot of energy, and we don't find what we want. So then we think that something is wrong, and we change. Yeah, so changing, so the mind is all the time changing. Always finding fault with something. But we find ourselves very oftentimes, tell me if I'm correct, is that oftentimes we find ourselves feeling or repeating the same kind of thought or dissatisfaction, the same. Yes or no? So then at that time, after some time, because in the beginning we think that it is the fault of somebody or something or the circumstances, so we change. We change and we find the same thing. And then we change again and we find the same thing. So after some time like this, then what do? We start to realize that it's not in the external condition. And we start to ask ourselves the question, maybe it's my mind. Yes? And that's how you start meditation. Is to seek to know your mind and seek to know the truth behind the mind. Because you start to realize that the mind doesn't give you the answer. Whatever you come up with a change or with a different idea, it's always coming from your mind. I repeat again. Whatever you come as a solution to your life or whatever you complain about, this solution comes from your mind. See, that's the problem. So the solution, when it comes from your mind, then again it will be repeated. Because your mind is never ending, telling different story, different thing that you want to try. So you start to seek meditation when you understand that the mind going through this pattern. And you want to undo the pattern. You want to figure out what is behind this pattern of the mind. And this afternoon we talked, it can be very deep. The pattern of the mind can be very deep. So you want to find out the truth behind this pattern of the mind. That's why you meditate. So, why? Because if you have this thing repeated all the time, some kind of unanswered question and not possible to answer, then you would find suffering. You'll be suffering. And you always find some kind of solution to your suffering, but it's always there. That's the problem. So that's why eventually you turn within. You try to find, maybe that's the way how my mind thinks, that always bring me to the same place. At that time, you'll be serious seeking within. Instead of always thinking there's something outside. So this question of why meditate is very, very important. Because if you have the right reason why you meditate, you will continue for a long time. If you don't have the right reason why you meditate, by curiosity you want to meditate, everybody meditate, you want to meditate, so you follow people, what people say, some books say, and things, it will not last long. Only when you realize that this, whatever your life, always go around and round, round, come back to the same place. Go round, 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 come back to the same place. And you want to break through, you want to understand what is behind. And at that time you are more serious with meditation. Okay? Are you agreeing? Yes? Okay. So, there's a few techniques of meditation, okay, that you need to explore and you need to practice and you need to become very good at it. Swami Sivananda teach, we call the synthesis of yoga. That means the combination of different yoga practices. That's what you are learning here. Okay? So you need to understand when you are here, you learn these different methods and they're all intricately working together for that same goal. Yeah, to bring you closer, to bring your mind more calm and bring you closer to the realization of the happiness that is already there within you. So, there's different methods of meditation, and it's all in the book of Swami Vishnudevanji called Meditation and Mantras. For those who did not have the book, you can buy the book, you can read, you can study, but the main thing is you need to have a teacher. To meditate by yourself alone is very difficult. Okay? So, what are the different methods for meditation? The number one is called Karma Yoga meditation. That means how to meditate on your life, on your karma, on your life, so that your life is not a burden and your life is meaningful. That's called Karma Yoga meditation. That you have to turn your karma around, and so that it becomes meaningful for you, and then it gives you some kind of meaning, to all your daily activity. So that's meditation, because in a normal life, then you have work and home and work and traffic and entertainment. All different things are separated, not integrated, not understood. But in yoga, yoga is the method to transform you, so that you can come closer to who you are, come closer to the happiness that you are seeking for. Okay? So Karma Yoga meditation is the method of selflessness, the method of turning your activity, instead of to fulfill your personal gain, then it's something that you have to give it out in order to find yourself. Some other way to say it. You have to give yourself out in order to find yourself. If you don't give yourself out, you cannot find yourself. So that's something you need to meditate about. So that means that you need to turn your karma into your dharma. Okay? It's a lecture in itself. So Karma Yoga meditation, and then you have Bhakti Yoga meditation. That means how to turn your emotions into pure love. We talked about that a little bit yesterday, how to become devotional, how to channel your emotions so that your emotions were not going to repeat its pattern and make you feel stuck. So meditation is for you. It's not for me or anybody. Meditation is for you, in order for you to find yourself. So if you feel that your emotions is the problem, that you have a lot of attachment and it creates a lot of pain because you get attached to people and things, then you need to learn the way how to channel these emotions so that it can give you more satisfaction, more happiness, more peace, more satisfaction for a long time. I'm 100% sure that this is what you want, but you don't know how, that's all. Because everyone wants to have love 100% and all the time. True? Yeah. So yoga gave you the answer, but you have to practice. And you have to learn to observe your mind and see what's the problem. Because if not, then, like I said, it would keep repeat the same pattern. The same pattern of attachment and then forced detachment and attachment to something else and forced detachment and romantic idea about this, romantic idea about that, and pain. You don't want that. Bhakti Yoga meditation is how to love and be fulfilled for a long time. The 100% that you're looking for. You think it is possible? Who believes it is possible? There's a few hands. Yeah, there's a few hands. You have to believe it is possible, otherwise you will not even try. I believe it is possible, that's how I tried. I practice it because I believe it's possible. I believe that I deserve it. I believe 100%. That 100% love exists. So that is called turning this emotion into meditation. Bhakti Yoga meditation. Okay? You read books and you read the saints' life. You know, they tell stories that are very inspiring. Beautiful. So beautiful. And then what else? You guess. For Raja Yoga meditation, Raja Yoga meditation is what you practice more or less all the time here. You practice the control of the prana. You practice the control more or less of the senses. You practice the withdrawing of the senses, being more with yourself and less external. You practice the concentration and the calmness of mind. You practice the one-pointedness of mind. Yeah? So that the mind will be still. So it will not hide your treasure within. So the story I like is a story of a snake that is in front of a cave. So inside the cave there is a treasure. And this person wants to get to the treasure, but there's a snake in front of the cave. So the snake is guarding the door of the cave so the person cannot get in and get to the treasure. So that person is smart, so he called a snake charmer. Indian snake charmer with a flute. So snake charmer come and play the flute. You know, beautiful flute music. And the snake start to listen. And it check the head, check the body. Then it get charmed by the music. And then the guy get in the cave and get to the treasure. See? So our mind is guarding us from enjoying the treasure of our soul. So there is different techniques that you have to do to charm the mind. Yeah? So chanting, Bhakti Yoga is a way how you can keep the mind somehow, you know, not obstructing your experience. And there's different methods of meditation that keep your mind busy in the right way. Swami Vishnudevanji all the time say that our problem is not we have too much work. He said the problem is, he said that 50 years ago, is because we have too much time. That's what he said. The problem is we have too much time. Because before you have to chop wood, carry water, you know, lit the lamp and pull the water from the well. But now everything just push a button. You push a button, you have electricity. You push a button, the car drives by itself. You push the button, and you have the laundry wash, everything. So you have a lot of time. When you have a lot of time, the mind starts to think of different needs, different things. So don't complain when your life is difficult. When your life is difficult, actually you have to chop wood, carry water. It will keep your mind very busy, and actually it's very healthy. So the mind needs to concentrate, so it doesn't dream different things, different ideas all the time, and these ideas are non-essential. You know, I'm so happy with this COVID thing, when people start to distinguish between what is essential and what's non-essential. Before we teach in yoga, but now, you know, the government is talking like that. So when they want to close, they close first, non-essential thing, so they close the bar. I'm so happy. At least they have some discrimination. The first thing they close the bar, and then after they close the coffee shop. Yeah. Then what else?
Clothing store.
The movies. They close the movies.
Clothing store.
The clothing store. The gym. Unfortunately, yoga is under the same thing as gym. But whatever they say is what yoga is saying for a long time. Yoga say, stay with yourself, don't run around, be indoor, turn within, be content, be happy. Now the government say the same. I think the government should hire us. I think the government should hire me. Yeah, to help people to stay indoor and be happy. So, Raja Yoga meditation is that. It's a one-pointed state of mind, concentration, so that your mind will increase vibratory wavelength, and then you start to find peace and happiness. That's very simple. Don't have too much distractions. Don't have too much desires. Don't have too much time that your mind don't know what to do. Swami Vishnu Devanji created this concept of yoga vacation. Because you see people go to the Laurentian Mountains on the weekends, and they come back on Monday more tired. So they need to have a vacation from their vacation. That's how I create this concept of having places like this where people can come and they are on vacation but in a disciplined manner. They get up early, they are doing exercise, and they are eating right food, going to bed at the right time. Time now? Okay. 10 more minutes so you can go to bed at the right time. So that's a meditation, the yoga way. Okay? So when every day you try to control your mind, be more positive, be more focused, less distracted, less complaining, you are preparing yourself for meditation. Meditation is not just sitting closed eyes. Okay? And the last thing is called self-inquiry. self-inquiry practice. So you don't go on believing yourself to be something that you are not. And that can happen. You know, it's fast. Thought is very fast. But you have to develop the capacity to turn your mind inward, to watch your thoughts and watch your mind. And question yourself and try to find a different way how you can think about yourself that will be more correct or more truthful. So that practice of turning the mind to watch itself, to observe it, and to switch the thoughts from non-essential to essential is called self-inquiry practice. And you can do it anytime, anywhere, but you have to be aware of yourself, and you have to be able to learn to think about the way how you think. You cannot just think and then never question about the way how you think. You believe everything that you think is true. So the yoga say to you, no. You need to be more aware, and you need to watch your thoughts. Keep only the good thoughts in the mind, and the thoughts that are not true, then let it go. So that's it. Okay, so summarize. Why meditate is so that you can break through the pattern in your mind, so that you will not be blocked by this pattern that will hide you, your true self and your true happiness. And then so you can bring more light in your life. Number one. And don't blame anything outside. It's your own mind that brings your disease or health. You bring yourself happiness or not. So Swami Vishnu say, it's like climbing a ladder. If you climb the ladder and you fall down, you break your neck, it's not the fault of the ladder. It's your fault. I mean, how you use your mind is your skill. If you don't know how to use your mind, and your mind creates problem to you, so that's a problem. So everyone needs to learn how to use their mind better. And that's yoga teach you. How to use your mind better. How to slowly control the mind. Okay? So you know why you meditate, so that you go to the root of the problem, so you can control the mind. Or you can, you don't like the word control, you can say so that you can tune the mind, tune the mind to higher wavelength, to more correct way of thinking, the correct way of feeling. So it will last you for a long time. So you do this for yourself, not for me. I'm sorry, not for me. I don't want it. You do it for yourself. I do it for myself, and I share. So, why meditate? You need to ask yourself the question. The second thing, you need to learn the techniques. Okay? You learn to meditate in your daily life activity, called Karma Yoga. Attitude, you learn to be selfless and to do your duty and let go of results, and don't worry about what people think. And then you learn to love correctly, selflessly, without too much attachment, because attachment will make you suffer. But love makes you feel happy. So it's up to you to figure out the difference between the two. And then you need to learn to control the mind, turn inward. Have the capacity to turn inward, to watch it, and to control it means to calm it down. And then you need to do self-inquiry. You need to observe yourself. and ask yourself, where this thought come from? Is it important? Is it really help me or not? You know? And then things are not essential, then the government said, let go. Now I can tell the government, let go of it. Keep only the essential. Keep something important that lasts a long time, keep these thoughts. And anything that is not important, that change and go, then let it go. Something that changes has no value. There's no truth to it, but something that has value, it will last. Okay? So that's it. Any question or anything? Okay. Enough. Time to go to bed. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for set up this beautiful place. Thank you very much for keeping this ashram so nice. It's so valuable to see you sitting here. I'm able to sit here and share with you. Have the masters behind us. It's so wonderful. And the mosquitoes is not that bad. You know? Huh?
They are happy.
Happy. It's not that
Serve,
bad.
love, give. Give blood.
I used to live in the forest up here. To walk half an hour to get there. Then when you cross the forest, you know, so much mosquito. So I had to wear the mosquito net over your head, and then it's a round thing over your head, like this, to walk through the forest. Mosquito, big, not a mosquito, but black flies. So I know this forest very well. I used to have a house in the forest. I lived there. We built a house. And one day I still remember on top of this hill. The time there is no steps or anything. It was on top of the hill, across the forest, come to the top of the hill. I look down. And I look at the ashram. At that time very small, half size of 1/3 of the size of this. And then I said to myself, because I have the house. The house is like big house, 24 feet, big house, beautiful, in the forest. And I say, why do you want to live in in your own house, far away? And on top of the hill, I still remember the words that come. No, I want to live here. And it's in the ashram. Imagine. I have a house. I can live there if I want. Nice. But the voice inside again say, no, I want to live here. And here, there's no room, I told you. There's no room. I had to live many times in the office, many times in the laundry room. And then one time I went shopping, something, and I come back, and my room is gone. They give my room to the guest. And I don't mind, you know. But the problem is, somebody moved my altar. And I was so mad. I was so mad. And I went to the Swamis at that time. How can you move my altar? And Swami don't say anything. So then I realized my attachment again. See, when you are upset at something, it's always because of your attachment. There's nothing else. So I realized, well, whatever that I want, it's not just on this table. It's not the altar. Altar is only a symbol of something that you hold dear. It's not the objects on the altar. So it's my attachment that creates the problem. So I learned that lesson from that incident of somebody moving my altar. So anyway, I look at the mountain top, I remember my vow. I remember my thoughts. I want to live here. I want to live in the middle of the ashram where there is no room for me. Where I could have a house by myself. Yeah. Because when you are with a community, with people with the same kind of goal, you are very happy. Because you bump on this person, bump on that person, but actually it makes you grow. But if you have a house by yourself alone, what do? You get bored. Okay? So community life has something very good. Even though you feel that you don't have time, but it's actually very beautiful. Oh.